Alright guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Sorry it's been a minute. I've been just kind of working 24/7 recently. As you can see behind me, the car is like mostly one color now. Finished up most of the wrap. A few places that need to be definitely re-wrapped, such as the front bumper, which I'm not too worried about that. I didn't have enough wrap, unfortunately, to do the roof, so the roof's still technically white, so it'll do for now. But I have a new roll of wrap that I'm going to be ordering soon. Another 58 foot to basically redo the entire car, just so I could redo the hood a little bit better. Since that was the first piece I wrapped, not knowing too much about wrap, redo the front bumper, redo the back bumper, and then also do the roof. So just kind of make sure the car looks perfect and that the wrap will actually stay and look good for the years to come. All right, so starting off with the wrap. I've been messing with the wrap quite a bit. There's definitely a few places that need to be re-wrapped. Once again, didn't have enough wrap to do the actual roof. And then just the front bumper was like the first thing to get wrapped. So there's just, you know, it's not laid down the best. It was also like the middle of December when I was like laying that wrap down. As well as the front bumper does not look the best. I just didn't prep the bumper enough, in all honesty. And with it being fiberglass, sanding it down was just not enough apparently. Definitely should have primered it, so that's my fault on that one. But let me show you guys how the wrap's looking, because I think it's looking pretty good. So key spots on the car are actually looking really good. Like I was able to finally do the trunk. The back bumper definitely could be a lot better, just with some air bubbles going on right there. Definitely can't wait for exhaust. It's gonna look way better. Definitely want to do this a lot better. I was kind of running out of wrap, so I had to patch that in. So I just want to redo that as one full piece. And then as far as it though, it is looking really good. The gloss on this and the pearl is amazing. Same with the fender. Fenders look really good. Other than this area on the side right here did not stick the best, so just don't look too much right there. Other than that, the main part of the bumper looks really good. The gloss and the pearl is just amazing. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna throw some B-roll on just so you guys could actually see a little edit of the wrap itself and how good it looks. But even right here, you could kind of tell just how good the pearl looks. I'm in love with this color, genuinely. So I'm excited for it to be just fully complete and looking really good. But here's some B-roll of how good it's looking. All right, so I have been doing quite a bit of little things to the car. One thing, I finally fixed the retracting power mirrors. Another thing you may notice is that they're not wrapped. I'm not gonna wrap them. I really liked how it was the original color. And if you look at it, it is a goldish pearl. They look really good and the paint's not messed up at all on them. So I figured I'd leave it just to kind of show the factory color. Not only that, I'm not that well versed in wrap. And on top of that, they're power folding, so I don't wanna take them apart or take them off. Another thing that we did is we got a little shipment from Save Our Souls Club on Instagram. I'll pop them up right here. Yeah, they sent out a little side skirt banner. So I'll show you guys a better picture of that. I think it looks really cool. I think it's a cool little touch to the car. And then as far as I know, in the last video, we dealt with a little bit of like cooling issues with the Mark II. I was still having some issues, not necessarily with overheating or temperature or anything like that. Weirdly enough, my upper radiator hose was just not building. It was building too much pressure. So I don't think the radiator cap was good anymore. I ended up replacing it with a really cool Blitz one, which I'll show you guys that as well. And then I also got from Prism Mic a really cool, I ordered the speedometer HUD display thing, which I'm in love with. So I'll show you guys some clips of that. All right, so we're in my car. Unfortunately, it's automatic. Don't worry about that. As far as this speedometer heads-up display that I did get, with that, if I turn that on to accessory, you'll notice that gets power. So I'll throw a clip of me actually driving with that. It looks really cool. I was able to just wire that wire all the way around the glass. Luckily, under this and under the actual glove box still opens, and it just plugs into my head unit right here. And it's just as simple as that. It just plugs in right there and it tells you your speed right there. So you see 0 miles an hour. It's really nice. It's really reflective in a very good way. So even during the daytime, you could still see it. As well as it's not too obnoxious when you're driving. Like it's not super abrasive just in your face when you're driving the car, which is like the biggest thing that I was kind of worried about. Another thing, which I don't know if I showed you guys, I installed the sub and everything, and so with that I input this adjustable bass knob. Car's not on right now, but got a little adjustable bass knob right there. But let me show you guys the sub setup, just because I don't know if I've showed you guys that. I don't think it was installed, or maybe it was by that last video. But we do have to fix that today. It came unplugged, I think. Let's see. All right, so ignoring the stuff in the trunk, that is my jacket and stuff that I usually wear at work. As far as the sub and everything, I'm pretty sure that it was just the connecting wires from the actual amp to the subwoofer, mainly because when I turn the car on and it's in accessory mode, the amp and everything still has power. The rock bill will usually light up. Don't know if you guys can see it the best, but we're just gonna go with it. Now, as far as this, I do believe that it is just exactly. Let me show you guys. So this one is a bottom-facing competition kicker amp. It is, or a sub. It is just a 10-inch one, but it does look like that kind of just straight sheared off. So essentially, we're just going to be reconnecting that in and hoping that that will do its job. So I probably should do this one as well, just because that looks very, very frail. And we do have a lot of actual extra wire to run that off. I can kind of see a little bit of where it was going. All right, so bear with me, but I think it would be best to, weirdly enough, use a razor blade for this. Oh, just like that. Yeah, that did not last too well. This one should be fine as far as crimping it and everything like that. I think for this, it'd probably just be best to fold it over into a thicker plot of it and hope that that will just hold its connection a lot better. Now, as far as this one goes, I couldn't find the actual wire strippers. So but it worked. So with this one, I'm just gonna fold this over without trying to damage any of these. Go ahead and just flatten that out a little bit, get that ready to connect into there, and then go ahead and just insert that, let go, and should be as simple. So now, as far as the installation on these, I'm not gonna lie, this sub is a very, very easy sub to wire. It's really just these two brackets on both sides, and then from there, it's just as simple as screwing them in. Now, I don't think that I'm going to try to input them into the same holes, just because I don't think I could see them. If I'm able to see the holes, then I'll just remount them in. Oh, actually, I can see those same mounting holes. We're gonna hope that they actually re-bite, and those bracket, or the existing holes, we could just use them as kind of like pilot holes, and that they would just, you know, can still be reused. This is into my actual trunk lining, so. And we're back in business. Those holes actually line up really, really well. And so it will work to use them as kind of like pilot holes for it. Let's see, for this side, can we get it lined up properly? And that'll do. So yep, and there we go. Now, all that's left to do is test it out. All right, so base switch is live, car is on, head unit's on. The head unit is live, which it's always been doing that even though the wires are disconnected. Moment of truth is we're gonna play unreleased Lil Uzi. I would have played Title Fight or Modern Baseball or something like that, but I genuinely wanted to see the bass working. So I wanted to, you know, actually make sure it worked. So. I think I already hear it working. It's back. All right, now that we have the sub back super simple fix, bear with me on using the razor blade, by the way, to actually like get the wire stripped. Bear with me, okay? I couldn't find any other wire strippers. Now, one thing that I did talk about in the last video is the fact that it's the cooling issue. So we have the coolant flushed, new coolant in, yay. But I was talking about how the cap itself wasn't working. This is just a quick thing I wanted to show you guys. I ended up buying a new radiator cap because the old one went bad. Haven't had any issues since, so I definitely know it's the radiator cap. Figured I'd buy a pretty cool radiator cap though, and I might have accidentally spent like 50 bucks on a radiator cap. So I bought a really cool Blitz one. Yeah, it came from Osaka, Japan. Am I disappointed that I spent $50 on this? Yeah. Is it chrome and cool? Yeah. I still want to buy the Blitz radiator hoses just because I think it would be a good time while just refreshing the cooling system in general. So the plans for the car and kind of next up on what I want to do is finish up the exterior of the car, wrap that, rewrap a few pieces that I need to wrap, order the Origins Lab wing, finally do the exhaust, which will be done in this video, and then that'll kind of mark where I want the car to be sitting at for the time being until I can work on the engine bay, powder coat the valve cover, new oil cap, aluminum pipe, the actual intake inlet, new IAT sensor, because I think that would just be nice to change while I'm messing with that. All new Blitz radiator hoses. Mine is unfortunately a 1 GFE. So the 2.0 Altezza kit would actually be a direct fit. I've done a lot of research on that. So let's hope that it works. As well as just do a bunch of little stuff, like try to paint this another color, maybe white. Kind of paint this or something. Delete the washer, just because my dampening is literally under the washer fluid. Stupidest thing ever. And that'll be kind of like the engine bay refresh. All new dress-up bolts. Just get it really, really clean, really good. Although it's a 1 GFE engine in a Toyota Mark II, it's not really anything to go to a car meet and pop the hood about. It'd be different as like a fat turbo 1JZ. But I want it to be at least so well done and painted and cleaned up that it would be just not embarrassing when I pop the hood and it's a 1 GFE within a Toyota Mark II. So hopefully get that done. After that, do want to work on the interior. So just kind of like taking you guys around on what I want to do to the car next. Definitely want to get this cleaned up. I definitely want to order better floor mats. Mine always push up into the actual pedal area and folds up just because these aren't the direct fit for the Mark II. I do have the original ones, which is kind of clutch, but I definitely love the checkered vibe. So just order new floor mats. I'll fix that later. Definitely want to switch out the seats. Want to put in a pair of bridge seats. New head unit, just because I think that one could definitely go for an upgrade. As well as just overall cleaning up. The interior itself is pretty clean. Definitely got to do a dash mat. You know, living in Las Vegas where it's 120 in the summers, not kind on the car. And that would kind of be that for the interior, all honesty. Just want to really just bucket seats would be kind of it, just for safety reasons, especially not having the airbag. Definitely want that. I'm not going to do any harness or roll cage or anything like that. Just bucket, stock seat belt. Very comfortable seat, hoping to do like a bridge street seat kind of. And then kind of focus back on the exterior, probably do a different kit. Wouldn't hurt to have 2 different kits I could use. As well as new rims, wheels, whatever you want to debate about. Finally clean those up. Get the actual rotor covers re-polished up. As well as tint the windows and maybe even mess around with a different color. Never hurts. We're back in the room. Now, I just wanted to tell you guys just pretty much thank you guys for watching today's video and just sitting in the garage while I just yap and try to fix my sub and kind of go over some little things I've been doing to the car. In the next video, we're definitely going to be talking about the exhaust, mainly because as I'm filming this outro, the exhaust is done. Well, not done, but like on, and for the most part there. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for, you know, turning into another video, sitting, just listening to me yap and just hanging out. You know, I definitely got to post more and work on the car more. I'm working on the car, just not necessarily filming all of it when I should be. And so I definitely want to be more proactive in filming every little bit and uploading it, just because it's always fun to look back on too. I know I'm yapping too much even right now, but just thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.